Hi everyone, I just wanted to take a few minutes to go over this week's lab with you. There's kind of a lot to unpack with this one, so hopefully you'll find this helpful. So this will be lab number 9, so we're almost finished. We just have lab number 9 and lab number 10 left. So this week's lab will be over fats and oils. So essentially we're talking about lipids. So what I've done first here is given you a couple of videos that will hopefully review lipids for you, so fats and lipids. And talk about how they are applied in our diet. And I'll ask you a couple questions about this at the end. So watch these two videos, and hopefully, like I said, there'll be a review for you about lipids and fats. And then after you're done with that, if you'll come down and if you will watch this demonstration of the Biarritz test, this is a test that tests for proteins. So if it turns a violet color, which you'll see in the video, that means that there's a protein present. If it doesn't turn, then there's essentially, we can assume there's no proteins present. Okay, so watch those videos. So hopefully you'll learn some things about fats in your diet, lipids in your diet. And then you'll learn about the Biarritz test. But then lastly, I have sort of a lab demonstration for you. And so this is an example of a lab that we might have done actually in person. But here he does a good job of going through each step with you. He writes everything on the board at the end to make it very, very clear. So what I would like for you to do is just to fill this table out and then tell me what's present in each of the substances. So he'll go through each substance A through E, and he's going to do 2 tests. So he'll do this brown paper test, and he'll also do the Biarritz test. So with the paper test, in this test you're testing for lipids. And essentially, with this test, if it ends up looking oily on the paper, that means you have lipids present. So you can kind of think of maybe like a fast food bag, something like that, where you see all those oils on the paper when you're driving it home or whatever you're taking it. So if it looks something like that, that means you have lipids present. Because remember, lipids are basically just oils, fats and oils. These are all forms of lipids. Okay, so he'll do the paper test, and then he'll do the Biarritz test. So remember with that one, if it turns a very violet color, so purple color, that means you have proteins present. Okay, and so what I want you to do in each of these blanks is just basically write down the results of each test, and he'll, again, write those down very clearly for you on the board. And then what I want you to do is tell me what's in each of the substances. So does it have, so here I've made a note that say write lipid, protein, or both. So if it has a double positive, that would be both. If it's only positive for lipids, just write lipid. And if it only gives you a positive with the Biarritz test, you would just write protein. Okay, so just fill in this table. And then there's a couple questions down below for you. And these mainly relate back to these first 2 videos. Hopefully you'll find these few questions interesting because it involves actually thinking about things that you eat and thinking about what fats and things are in them. Okay, so hopefully you'll find that somewhat interesting. Okay, so just watch the videos, look over the Biarritz test, and then follow along with this experiment, fill out the table, and then just answer these questions. Okay, and that'll be it. All right, good luck.